every year is unique and every season do counts. So this is a full picture of our seasons, and it can be divided into the foundations of life, that is from 0 to 25 years old, the success season, which would run from more or less 26 to 42 years old, and you would have a window before going to significant season called halftime, 43 to 48 years old, and after which significant season, and then finishing well 70 plus and above. And this time, I'm going to discuss with you part of the foundational season, and that would be from 0 to 11 years old. And next Thursday, I would be discussing from 12 onwards up to finishing well. Bakit ganon? Bakit napakahaba ng ng 0 to 11 years old na ito? You would understand later on why is it so. Anyways, actually by its own, each season can be explained and dig deeper in a study, but for this time being, let us just be contented with what are we going to learn in this next 2 days, Monday now and Thursday by next meeting. So I would like to start with the preconception. So the preconception is ito yung mga magbubuntis pa lang. Magbubuntis pa lang. Okay. We have this what we call the epigenetics when we speak about the generational impact. Do you realize that when two persons come together in marriage and plan for a baby, it has a generational impact? Hindi lang basta lang magkaroon lang ako ng baby, magpapasaya sa amin, that will complete us as a family. Hindi lamang yon. Because epigenetics as science, lifestyle, our very lifestyle right now, and habits of both parents can potentially that of grandparents and great-grandparents may influence the epigenetic marks and health of later generations via epigenetic inheritance. So namamana pala ito. According to Gordon Allport, our choices determine our behavior. So kung if you chose not to pursue schooling, kung meron kang kilala na ayaw mag-aral, kung meron kang kilala chose to be into drugs, chose to be on whatever, this becomes so much part of our system that is genetically transmitted to future generations. Kaya pala, dati alam lang natin, si Papa may ganito inclination niya, si Mama ganito inclination. Kaya pala ako naging ganito. Akala lang natin, it is just merely modeling. But science now, because of more studies and more technologies in science that can verify this, mas nabuo itong learning na ito, itong knowledge na to, that this kind of science exists. Na hindi lamang siya nakuha because of your wrong modeling, of our wrong modeling, but it is also genetically transmitted. That's why maybe if we can just take Exodus 25 when God says that He is a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the 3rd and the 4th generation of those who hate Him. Ibig sabihin, kaya may mga ganito that even to that 3rd and 4th generation is affected by the punishment of God primarily because of this. Maybe ito yung tinutukoy. Dr. Caroline Leaf, she said, our choices alter the expression of our genes. So our choices in life alter the expression of our genes, which can then be passed on to our children and grandchildren, ready to predispose them before they are born. So our bad choices now become their bad predisposition. So predisposition would mean something that you hold, like an attitude that you hold in particular, or your ways or behavior that you act on a certain way. That becomes their predisposition. So whatever our choices in life, when they are born, become their bad predisposition. That's why we must be careful if kung gusto natin ang ating anak siguro, I'm speaking now to the singles, gusto nyo anak ninyo later on in life would be diligent in their studies, we should be diligent in our studies. Okay? Or maybe kung ayaw mo makitang anak mo naglalasing, huwag din tayo pumasok sa any bisyo for that matter. Because our bad choices become their bad predisposition not only by mere modeling, but because of these genes being genetically transmitted to our children later on in life. So from conception now, let's go to birth. So I have this parang science class tayo muna ngayon, no? Even I myself is learning. So this is the one connected sa ating spinal column, spinal cord, brainstem survival mechanism develop at birth. So pagkapanganak pa lang, meron na yan. That's why sinasabi pala sa atin ng mga doctors, oy, tatay, i-reduce niyo yung stress. Masyadong stress si mami. Baka maapektuhan yung baby. Wala mo ng alcohol, wala mo ng tobacco. Maximize healthy diet. Kaya kung meron dapat na healthy na baby, that should be the babies of Christians. Dahil supposedly, no, in this environment, we don't take any of this. So, siguro sa stress, pwede natin pag-usapan ano yung mga causes ng stress later on, but not for this time being. And this is, ang part neto would be sa paghinga, breathing, heart rate, and temperature. So, can just imagine if the mother is stressed, so, and during pregnancy, stress siya, so ang kanyang breathing is affected, ang kanyang heart rate is also affected, and even the temperature where the baby is or fetus is inside the womb is also affected. So we need to reduce these things. You might ask me, how did we know all of these things? Let me ask you, sino sa atin nakakaalam at what particular during pregnancy na-form ang brain? Yung that instant na yung brain ay na-form o na-form. Kailan? At what stage ng pregnancy? Any one of you knows about it? Meron ba nakakaalam? You can answer. You can unmute. Meron? Any guess? Wala?
3 weeks ata, kuya.
3 weeks. Sino yan? Si John Mark? Sino nag-answer?
Ako po, kuya.
Hindi kita nakikita eh.
Kin po.
Kin. Bakit ang galing-galing mo, Kin? Parang ready ka na mag-asawa, Kin, ha? So, baby brain development, cognitive abilities says, baby's brain development technically begins during the 3rd week of the pregnancy. Yan ang itsura niya. The neural plate structure folds itself to become the neural tube, which later gives rise to fore, mid, and hindbrain and spinal cord. And in fact, as early as 5 weeks after conception, neurons, the information processing cells that pass signals throughout the central nervous system, is already developed. So, ibig sabihin, wala naman, bihira lang ako makaalam na sa 1-month period in 4 weeks or even in 5 weeks na parang nagpe-pregnancy test ka agad. Pwera na lang kung talaga nag-expect ka. Kasi usually yan, pinalalampas mo muna ng 1 month yan sa mga wife para mag-check sila if they're pregnant or not. Ang hindi natin alam, during sa course na iyon, sa time na iyon, medyo naging at risk pala ang pregnancy niya during that first few weeks kasi nag-away pala or may nangyari something. So the brain development is also affected, no? Yun ang unang na-form. Kaya pag-iingatan natin ito. In fact, let me just share with you the sizes of brain from birth, 3 months, 7 months, and 14 months. It says here that brain growth in an infant's first year is remarkable. The brain uses 60% of the total energy consumed by the infant and nearly triples in size. And much of the energy that fuels this growth is supplied by fat in the infant's diet, which is why breast milk is so rich in this nutrient. The child's brain has achieved 80% of its growth by age 2. The cognitive development continue to grow. Can just imagine that. Kung minsan sinasabi natin, hayaan mo na, bata pa yan, baby pa yan, wala pang isip yan. Hindi po yun totoo. Marahil hindi lang sila marunong mag-communicate properly pa. Hindi pa sila ganun ka-eloquent sa kanilang pagsasalita, obviously. Pero hindi po natin ma-underestimate ang development ng kanilang brain. How they can feel, what they see, and what they experience in life during this first 2 years. Let me just give you a suggestion. Kung meron sa inyong kakilala kayo na nagbubuntis o buntis ngayon, mother, alam natin, no alcohol, include a folic acid supplement. Sino magaling nasa medical field dito? I was searching, folic acid siya ang siya nagpo-produce ng mga cells sa ating katawan at siya din yung tumutulong mag-produce at mag-maintain ng cells sa ating katawan. So green foliage, yung mga mahilig, hindi mahilig kumain ng mga green and leafy vegetables before conception, that is important. So tatay, mga singles dyan, bago mag-asawa, magsanay na kumain ng mga green and leafy vegetable. And this is before conception, before conception and also before marriage, no? And before marriage, maghanap ka muna ng girlfriend, okay? So, kung sino man 'yon. Okay, then mother, emotional condition stress na mention natin kanina, create a non-stress emotional environment, okay? So, tatay, tayo responsible doon. And sa cognitive, mother can sing to baby. Hindi ko alam kung bakit mother ang sinabi rito. Siguro, mas suiting siguro ang boses ng mother. Because father also can sing. Pero sige lang, because this was suggested, mother can sing to baby and increase omega-3 and 6 intake. So ano yung mga omega-3 and omega-6? I was checking, omega-3 is in charge sa pag-produce nakakatulong sa eye development, nerve development, and brain development, omega-3. And omega-6, basically, ang omega-6 is it boosts the immune system. Okay? So, malaking tulong daw yan. And father can speak to baby because baby will recognize his voice at birth and it will be soothing for the baby. So, maganda pala na pagbuntis yung wife mo is kinakausap mo yung baby, nakakatulong daw iyon. And father, spiritually, father, pray a prayer of blessings over your child. So it also helps. Okay? So let's now go to the proper mother impact years. So the home phase is divided into two, the mother impact years and the father impact years. So the mother impact years is 0 to 5 years old. So let me just share with you this diagram. It looks complicated, but this is actually simple. Your start determines your trajectory. That's why we are spending so much time in this early child development, ECD, from 0 to 11, primarily because of this. Ang sinasabi rito, the vertical lines is the fulfillment of human potential, whereas the horizontal line is with regards to the age. So, conception. Good start, having a good support, kaya mahalaga ang tandem ni mama at saka ni papa, where children should and can end. So like a trajectory, kung nag-aral kayo ng mga simple physics ninyo o ng science ninyo, depende sa angle, kapag medyo mataas ang angle mo, ang trajectory mo malayo ang maaabot ng firing mo. Okay? Whereas kung mababa lang naman, mababa rin naman ang kanyang kapupuntahan. At sabi rito, kapag hindi maganda ang start, hindi maganda ang support, most children end up about 60%. Okay? So, let's say, ideally, you would reach 100%, although wala namang ideal in this world. But kung mababa yung hindi magandang trajectory mo, hindi maganda start, like nag-aaway yung mama at papa, or wala muna si papa yung first mga few years ng after mapanganak, or whatever, during that time, medyo magulo, nagkakagulo, may away, may disharmony. So, let's say about 60%. So, yun lang din ang maaabot din ng bata. Okay? I'm not saying na wala ng pag-asa. Meron. That's why when we realize about this, from at this point, maybe ang anak ko is already at 15 years old maybe, na-learn ko to. So I try to raise up now the trajectory. But still, ang masasabi natin, yung paghabol natin, hindi na natin maibabalik ang kahapon. Nax naman, parang telenovela lang yan. Okay? So, trajectory, you can still go far, you can still help your children, but mind you, yung pinaka development years niya, hindi na po natin mahabol yon. So, you would see the difference from that. That's why I wrote here, children who start behind will stay behind. So kung gusto natin, just like me, paano ba natin maiaayos ito? Alam ko you always speak hope and life towards people and even sa life ng anak mo. Bakit ganito ang statement? Yes, may pag-asa, we can always redeem, and that is what we're going to tackle not for this Thursday, coming Thursday, but on Monday when we discuss about healing, how we can recover and redeem ourselves and help our children still put them back into right track. So the first 1,000 days are the most important days in life. Based on what we have seen so far, that is a truth. 0 to 5 years, main contributions, emotionally stable environment for mother and child. Importante to. If there's anything, you might forget the introduction and some scientific things being discussed. If you can understand this one slide as a summary of what we're going to cover from 0 to 5 years old, I think that's enough. We need to have an emotional stable environment for mother and child. Intimacy through breastfeeding, hugging, and intimate eye contact is essential. Brain boosting through readings and games would greatly help sa growth ng ating anak, particularly sa kanyang cognitive. Nurture and care. Speak emotions. How do you speak emotions? Okay? So you speak love. You say, I love you. Okay? Malaking bagay po iyon. And careful of separation angst. Like, may nakita ako isang video ng isang OFW sa airport. Hindi ko alam kung bakit dinala pa doon ang kanyang anak na, I don't know, kung mga 4 or 5 years old na yon, umiiyak sa paa ng kanyang tatay, humahawak. And I can hear from the video, and the toddler is crying. The child is crying. Tatay, tatay, tatay. Parang wag mo ko iwan. So we should be very careful with this. Careful of separation. Develop basic life skills and competency. That is from 0 to 5 years old. Now let's go to this information. This is the very reason why we're doing what we're doing. What newborn care practices in the delivery room should no longer be continued. This is from DOST. The following practices should never be done anymore to the newborn. Unnecessary separation of the newborn. Hindi, kaya po meron na tayong rooming in. Kung wala pong problem yung bata, dapat katabi niya ang kanyang nanay. transferring of the newborn to the nursery or neonatal intensive care unit without any indication. Sabi ko, kung walang karamdaman, hindi na dapat nasa nursery, kundi nasa tabi siya dapat ng kanyang nanay. Why is this so? It is because of this Republic Act 7600. This act shall be known as the Rooming In and the Breastfeeding Act of 1992. So even our lawmakers are consulting the medical science, the medical people about this. Kasi kung gusto natin makatulong in the growth, in the development of our country, sino bang magiging mga ang pinakamalaking resources natin dito kundi ang human resources. That's why we believe on what our child can become in the future as leaders in this country, and we need to create an environment where basic physical, emotional, and psychological needs of mothers and infants are fulfilled through the practice of rooming in and breastfeeding, and this comes in the 0 to 5 years old. So with this, tanggalin natin muna si Father Impact, discuss natin later. Welcome to the first 1,000 days. Ang 1,000 days covers 270 days of pregnancy, that is 9 months, and year 1 and year 2 up to 2 years old. So ito dapat ang ma-learn daw nila as they grow. Intimacy, this is actually what they need, rather what they need, what the baby needs up to toddler and grown children. Intimacy, autonomy, industry, and developing their God-given strengths. Paano mangyayari ito? Face-to-face, talking with the baby, hugging, singing, reading to the baby. Binanggit na natin kanina. Interpersonal connection, sight, smell, touch, voice. Kaya, meron ako isang nakilala namin, nagulat yung co-teacher ng wife ko na yung parang yung anak niya yata hindi pa nagsasalita. Ilang taon na ba yon? Parang, I think mga around 3 years old, parang ganon. Parang very few ang kanyang alam na salita. Hardly speaks. Ang nangyayari pala doon, nung pina-check sa doktor, wala namang problem. Nung tinanong yung background, ang kasama sa bahay, yaya. So si yaya, ang gagawin lang niya, padedidihin, pagbasa, papalitan lampin, yun lang. Hindi sila nag-uusap. Nung baby, nung alaga niya. Eh, most of the time, pag ang kasama, yaya. Pagdating, pagod na yung baby, tutulog na lang. So, akala, peaceful yung bata. So, lumaki ng ganun. So, mahalaga itong interpersonal connection na to. Sight, smell, touch, and voice. And of course, the impartation of intimacy. Because without intimacy, ang translation ng bata is rejection. Hindi ako mahal. Hindi ako mahal. If there is no impartation of intimacy. Let's go to brain development from 8 months to 2 years old. Sabi ng science, we need to show unconditional love. The child at 8 months to 2 years old experience joy with your child, respond in consistent ways, talk to your child about emotions, teach vocabulary to understand how they feel. Di ba? Nagtuturo na tayo ng Papa loves you, Mama loves you. Di ba? Minsan nagsa-sign language tayo ng mga ganyan, whatever. So nagtuturo tayo. So dito, 8 months to 2 years old, yung kanyang hearing and learning and emotions ay nadidevelop na. That's why the child, the baby, is already capable of receiving this kind of things. In fact, I think makita nyo ito na from time to time, naipopost na to sa FB, the world's first MRI image of a mother kissing her 2-month-old child's forehead. This creates bursts of hormone called oxytocin. It's a love hormone. It's a bonding hormone that generates feelings of affection and attachment. So because of MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, makikita natin dito yung mga nagfa-fire up na mga pula na yun sa parehas na location. Yan yung mga location na the hormone that's being released that we call oxytocin. Napakahalaga niyan. And no wonder, if you can just imagine, especially sa mga nanay na, makikita ninyo, uy, uh, bakit ang breastfeeding ay ganito? If you can see me, paano ang muestra natin, gesture natin pag nagbe-breastfeed ang mga mother? Paano, di ba? May kamay mo dalawa, you're carrying it, di ba? Nandito sa breast. Bakit hindi create ni God ang breastfeeding dapat sa likod? Sabi, oh anak, mag-breastfeeding ka na. Di ba? Kasi there's always this pagyakap, embracing that is needed for oxytocin to be released. Like kissing, it releases oxytocin sa mother and vice versa. At napakahalaga nito. And this is why in many occasions, in a group of toddler crying, no? Tapos yung mga nanay nandun sa ibang malayong konting lugar at boses lang ng umiiyak na bata ang naririnig mo, you can somehow identify, that is my son. That is my daughter crying. Alam mo yon? There is this intimate bonding that has been created between the two of you, the mother and the baby or the child. In fact, there was this also a test made, a PET, and that is the position emission tomography scan of a brain of the Romanian orphan who was institutionalized shortly after birth. So pinaampon ka agad sa orphanage, dinala ka agad sa orphanage pagkapanganak. Shows the effect of the extreme deprivation in infancy. The temporal lobes at the top, which regulate emotion and receive input from the senses, are nearly dormant and inactive. Such children suffer emotion and cognitive problems. So kung ito yung healthy brain, ito yung brain niya sa PET scan ng Romanian orphan. So yung black dito makikita natin is least active. The violet and the black is the least active compared to this because there is the love nature versus deprivation from love and nurturing. Not nature, nurturing. Love and nurture versus deprivation from love and nurturing. So, ganun po yung nangyayari. That's why 0 to 1 year old, intimacy is so important. Kung meron po tayo sa atin na pwedeng ipaglaban, ang tawag nila dyan ay lobbying sa mga lawmakers sa ating Congress. We need to lobby. I think now it has been increased to, if I'm not mistaken, to 100 days with pay, maternity leave, 100 days. And it can even go up to 120 days, pero in 20 days yata without pay na. That is what I can remember. So if we can lobby at least 1 year, 12 months with pay, because for other countries, ginagawa na po ito. Bakit nila ginagawa? There's 1 year and 6 months, there's even 2 years with. Bakit nila ginagawa? It's because they understand that your baby, the baby that you are raising, someday, yan ang leader natin dito sa ating country. That's why kailangan ang growth niya should be holistic. And that is, they understand the first 3 years or the first 2 years is very important in the life of the baby. Just to give you an idea of how these things goes, age at which human emotions appear. Do you realize that at birth, ang unang emotion that they have is excitement? Wow, parang galing ng world na to ah. Diba? Parang for 9 months, nandun siya sa womb. Paglabas niya, there's excitement. At the same time, meron din arousal. Pag yung nakakasama niya ang kanyang mother, nakaka-breastfeed siya. So, na-arouse yung excitement sa kanya. But there's also what we call distress, extreme anxiety or pain. So, kaya sila umiiyak, pag may mga pangangailangan sila, if they don't see their parents, or particular in this case, ang kanyang mother. So, basically, at 1 year old, from this diagram, you could see ang mga emotion present. There's also contentment. There's also disgust, strong disapproval, fear, di ba? Iniiwasan natin to. At saan pumapasok yung saan pumapasok yung shame, pride, guilt, and contempt. It's at the age of 3 years old. So basically, before that time, they don't have it. Ang meron lang sila is about this one, fear, anger, joy, suspicion, shyness, affection, and love, di ba? So that is from 8 months to 2 years old, di ba? Lumalabas na to, they can already understand what affection is, what love is. They feel it talaga is this one. Pero at 3 years old, dun nagsaset in yung shame. So mag-iingat tayo. When we are disciplining o pinagagalitan natin bata, katigasan ba ng ulo ito or something na parang how should I say, bunga lang ng kanyang kabataan lang o edad, no? Pero sometimes we shame them, no? And sometimes if we don't know how to compliment well, pride develops. And when there is shame, there's also guilt. And when there's guilt, there's contempt. Contempt means parang you're worthless, you're nothing. You can just imagine that the child is growing. That's why this particular age from 0 to 5 is very, very vital for us to understand. And I don't know how many of you are teachers here, primarily sa mga kinder and nursery, or sino sa inyo dito nasa mga kids church, should understand this very well. Malaking tulong po kayo to complement the parents, and we can have even a parenting course primarily para lang dito sa edad na to. Kung meron kayong mga kids church, because they need to understand what are the needs of their children at that particular time, so that we would be careful in words that we speak, di ba? And how we act. Napakahalaga po nito. Or kung ikaw ay nasa mga youth ministry, nasa mga church ministry, you should be excited to learn about this. And then we go now to after birth. So after birth, balik tayo dito sa diagram kanina. Kanina is during pregnancy, this is after birth. Help your child feel safe emotionally, physically. The same pa rin po itong part na to. When a child feels safe and happy, the child can learn. Kaya pala, doon pala sa fatherlessness, kapag pag magkahiwalay ang parents, mas mahina yung averages niya of a person, of the student in learning. Because when a child feels safe and happy, the child can learn more. And when child is frightened or stressed, the brain goes into survival mode and the rest of the brain can't develop or grow. So, ang gagawin lang ng brain is just enough for him to survive. Yun lamang po. The brain is not thriving, it's not growing, it's not developing well. Dahil kulang po siya dito sa sabi nating emotional environment that is necessary for the proper growth ng kanyang brain. So let's go now to ages 2 to 3. If there's question, John Mark, just throw it in before I proceed, or you can just cut me at any time. So ages 2 to 3 speaks about autonomy. Sino makakaalala sa inyo na when your children or when you are, wag ko kung maalala natin, edad natin 2 to 3, napakalikot natin. Napakalikot. Parang ito yung time na natututo ka na maglakad, hindi ka pwede hawakan sa kamay, lakad ka lang ng lakad. So, alam nyo ba that ages 2 to 3, we can already teach our children about responsibility. 2 to 3 years old, meron siyang need of autonomy, independence. Wala yang pagkakaiba, tatay, nanay. Walang pagkakaiba yan. Kahit adult na tayo, papuntahin ko kayo siguro isang place na gusto niyo, like, ano bang gusto niyong place? Like Disneyland. Pag first time mo, parang, wow, nung bata ako, walang ganito Meron palang ganitong kalaking playground. Di ba? Mag-i-enjoy ka pa rin kahit paano, lalo kung first time mo. Ganon din ang baby. Ganon din ang toddler. First time niya maglakad. Natural, hindi magpapahawak yan. Anong sinasabi mo? Napakalikot ng anak ko. Napakatigas ng ulo. 2 to 3 years old, ikaw nga, subukan mo nga first time mo nga matuto o makapunta sa isang lugar, kundi mangarap ka rin na lakad ka na ng lakad, hindi ka na matigil. It's because meron po tayong ganong tendency. But when you understand that ages 2 to 3, ang need niya is autonomy, pwede ka magturo sa kanya ng responsibility. When we fail on this, that's why even 25, 26, 27 years old na ang iyong anak, hindi pa rin marunong kumuha ng responsibility because at this age, we failed them to understand that we can already teach responsibility to them. Example, may cupcake binake si mommy. Si baby, si toddler, nagpabili ng apple kay daddy. Sabi ni toddler, I like cupcake. I thought you like apple, anak. No, I like cupcake. Okay, anak ha, you eat cupcake. But you need to finish your cupcake first. Kung hindi mo pa ito ubos, hindi mo makakain ng apple mo. Do you understand? Yes, Dad. Okay, yes, Dad. Pagkatapos ng 2 kagat sa cupcake, I don't like cupcake anymore. I like apple. Anak, what did I say to you? Ano, basta I like cupcake. I like apple. Then, magta-tantrums na. Ang tendency natin is to give in. That's why, in life, paglaki niya, gusto niya, lagi siya ang pinagbibigyan. Do you see a person like this? Do you see a person in a meeting, ideal lang niya ang magaling? Maybe, hindi siya naturuan ng proper responsibility when he was at this age. Siya yung laging nasusunod. Sa mag-asawa, siya lagi ang masusunod. Pag hindi masusunod, ang gagawin? Maglalayas. Babalik na lang sa nanay ko. Konting away, konting kibot. Because they need to understand for every privileges and blessings, there is always a responsibility that comes with it. When you are given freely a cupcake and freely an apple, we need to choose. What we choose, we should be responsible with that. We need to teach them. They need to finish it. Yun ang usapan. That's why if we, our children, can teach this, we're growing. We're raising leaders, young leaders that knows how to accept and discharge responsibility when they grow up. They won't shy away from it. What else? Ages 2 to 3, autonomy versus uncertainty. Without which, ang madidevelop sa kanila is uncertainty of life. Wala namang rules sa bahay eh. Walang rules eh. Anything I can do eh. Walang rules. So, ano mangyayari? When children become uncertain of things, walang nagturo sa akin anything I can do. That's why they can go on every vices possible. Or just enjoying life. There's truancy. Yung given the opportunity to study, to go to school, ayaw mag-aral. Hindi nila natutunan ito. There's also insecurities that develop without discipline, without borders, without limits. Mahalaga yon. And we will talk so much on that pagdating natin sa chapter 6. Ages 2 to 3, autonomy versus uncertainty. That's why allow them to walk, run, play by themselves. Don't be too overprotective. Kids do not listen. They do the opposite. Okay lang po yun. Ang mahirap lang, umabot na sila ng 25 years old, they still do not listen and they do the opposite. Hindi na po normal yun. 2 to 3, ganun po talaga yan. Hindi matigas ang ulo nila. It's only because talagang, yun lang talaga yung ano nila. Ang need nila at this time is autonomy. But be a guardian angel to them. Ibig sabihin, do not be too overprotective, but at the same time, check nyo lang yung mga paligid na hindi po sila masaktan when they are playing. Ang problem natin is this. Spending 2 hours on a game station is like taking a line of cocaine. Sabi ni Steve Pope. Napakahirap at challenging magpalaki ng toddler. Tama? Yes? Kaya anong gagawin natin? Bigyan na lang sila ng gadget, sila ng babysitter. That is exactly what we're doing. Iiyak, bibigay mo, tatahimik. And that is not the proper way. And that is the danger of technology. That's why it becomes more and more important now yung mga hinihingi. I happen to, first time I got invited, saan ba ito? Sa group ni na Rick Warren dito sa Philippines o digital addiction. Because I remember, Celebrate Recovery, CR, Celebrate Recovery. Um, I realized when I was talking, it's like, oh, why are you inviting people from outside? Wherein sanay kayo how to deal with addiction, prostitution, being molested and everything. But why on this? Sabi niya, nag-check sila sa ano nila, wala pa raw silang parang discussions on that daw. That's why I happen to be able to teach digital addiction sa kanilang group. That is how it is. Malaki po ang bearing neto sa atin. Hindi po ang toddler mahirap man magpalaki, challenging, pero we will not let technology to rule over their lives. This is just a simple snapshot of the healthy brain, the brain of affected by heroin, and the brain affected by porn. So basically, when we say digital addiction, just in a nutshell, it means the same addiction that happens literally to a one addicted with heroin, with illegal drugs, is the same that happens sa brain ng addicted sa porn or sa digital. So, bakit parang mas malala pa ito sa digital o sa porn? It is because the transmission, how the drugs are being injected or inhaled ba yan, sa nose ba yan, sa mouth ba yan, or sa IV ba yan via our intravenous vein. So, yun lamang po yun. Pero pag sinabi mong porn and digital addiction, ang entry point lagi po niyan ay sa mata. In our eyes, it takes about 6 to 8 seconds for the message to reach our brain. Kaya grabe po yung effect po neto. Hindi ko sinasabi mag-heroin na lang kayo. Ang sinasabi ko lang is yung dadaan pa yan yung sa mga blood vessels bago umabot yung sa brain, sa nose, dadaan pa yan sa ibang mga system sa katawan bago umabot yan sa brain, and so on and so forth. Pero pag sa eyes po yan, 6 to 8 seconds, ang information po aabot kaagad sa ating brain. That's why masyado po naapektuhan po ang brain ng addicted po sa porn at saka sa mga digital devices natin or internet. So, let's proceed. Ages 4, what do they need to learn? Industry. So, ano pong ibig sabihin nito? Siguro at this time, mas gugustuhin ninyo na magplato na lang kayo ng metal. Kasi gusto magturo ng industry, magsasayang ng tubig, madudumian yung sahig. Ang gusto natin ituro is industry. Alam niyo po ba, may kilala ako, hindi na po nagtapos ng pag-aaral. Hindi na nagtapos ng pag-aaral. Ayaw maghanap ng trabaho, ang edad 28. When I visited yung kanilang place, nakita kong kanyang mom on a Saturday morning, around 10 o'clock, naglalaba, gabundok ang labada. And I was asking, sipag mo naman, kung nilalaba, ang dami niya na. Sabi ko, bakit? Nasaan ba baka ako yung panganay mo? Ay, naku, sa store, sabihan nyo nga yan si ganyan, nasa kwarto, lumit lang dyan sa sala. Ay, ano pa yung paa niya dyan sa sopa? Pagsilip ko, oo nga, no. Alam niyo po, ang totoo, makita ko lang, sa loob-loob ko lang, kung pwede lang lumabas lang itong taong ito, is already 28 years old. Lumabas lang ito, babatukan ko talaga eh. You just imagine, at 28 years old, natutulog ka at 10 a.m., tapos yung nanay mo naglalaba. From Monday to, kasi patay na po yung asawa niya, so sila na lang po sa buhay. Tapos ikaw natutulog ka, siya naglalaba. Nagtatrabaho siya from Monday to Friday, Saturday. Di ba? Nasaan yung ano mo nun? Yung isip mo nun, 28 years old. That's why we need to teach this. Alam mo, pinaka-exciting po dyan, pwede natin ituro ay yung may kumot ang anak nyo, may kumot. Tapos sabi mo, anak, tignan mo itong kwarto namin ni mami. O, inayos namin ni mami yan, di ba? Ang ganda, di ba? Punta tayo sa kwarto mo, ayusin natin yung kwarto mo. Kuha ka kumot. Anak, hawakan mo yung end. Hawakan ko yung end. Tapos, parehas tayo lalapit, ha? Sabay-sabay tayo. Sabay tayo, ha? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tatatatatatatat. Tapos pahawak mo sa kanya yung isang end at hawakan mo yung dulo ng kumot ng isang end. Stretch mo. O, anak, lalapit uli si Papa sa'yo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hanggang sa, before you knew it, natikop nyo na. Tapos yung bed. Tapos, anak, kayang-kaya mo na pala eh. Tawagin mo si mami. Mami, halika. Tignan mo to, mami, oh. Inayos niya ang kanyang bed. And she will or he will feel happy about it. At gawin nating habit ito, matututo siya ng simple industry sa buhay. Because without which, they need to discover how to do chores. Kailangan po nila matutunan yan. Chores instill self-value. Makikita nila, may contribution ako sa bahay. Marunong ako neto. Di ba? Ayaw natin paglaki nila is magkakaroon sila ng inferiority. O, hindi ka marunong magluto. O, hindi ka marunong. Di ba? Meron iba, wala na talagang pakialam. Matigas na yung ulo, matigas pa yung puso. So, wala nang inferiority sa kanila. But deep inside, alam mo, lalo na sa mga lumalaki, mga growing, mga bata, naapektuhan din ang kanilang damdamin. Bakit nga ba hindi ako naturuan ng parents ko? Because they will not initiate on their own. Kailangan tayo po mag-initiate sa kanila. In fact, kung minsan nag-i-initiate sila, tayo pang maghahadlang. Wag anak, ang mahal ng plato ko. We are more concerned with the plato rather than with what values we can teach them. That's industry. Then age 5, I saw my youngest dito. Nakita ko talaga ages 5. Discovering giftings. Gugulat ako, natututo mag-sketch, binilang ko pa ng drawing board, napa-enroll ko pa nga sa isang sa UP, sa isang parang summer class. Sabi niya, pag akyat niya gano'n, sabi ko, anak, hindi na kami pwede umakyat ni mama pataas. Ikaw na lang talaga, pagpasok ng room, ikaw na lang talaga. Mamaya-maya, up to ilang minutes, bumaba. Pa, ayoko. Bakit? Kasi ako lang yata yung 9 years old dito. Sabi niya, at that time, 9 years old na siya. Ako lang yata yung 9 years old dito. Lahat daw, puro adult. Kita mo yung anak? Kasi you're able to hone your giftings kasi kako, yung inclinations mo. Kasi age 5, nag-i-start na siya mag-watercolor, kung ano-ano. In fact, gumagawa na siya ng slam book eh. Yung mga old mga papers, yung kabilang page side pwede pang gamitin. So gumagawa na siya ng mga ganon. So ito yung mga nag-uumpisa yung mga kumakas. So napadala rin namin siya sa mga singing classes, di ba? So pati mga instruments, etc. etc. So magandang makita natin na at age 5 pala, abangan na natin ngayon, mga hilig nila ngayon, nagbe-bake na siya ngayon. Okay? So ages 5, discover giftings. So let's go now to father impact years. Katatapos lang natin ng mother. May question ba? Wala? 1, 2, 3. Okay, walang question. Okay. So let's go to father impact years. That is from 6 to 11 years old. Yung mother impact years, very important. Ang main person doon is the mother, obviously. Pero it doesn't mean walang part si daddy or si papa. In fact, para maka-create ng intimacy, di ba? Para maka-create ng nurturing yung nanay sa kanyang anak at magawa ang mga dapat magawa. Sino maghuhugas ng pinggan? Sino maglalaba? Sino mamamalengke? Sino maglilinis ng bahay? Sino magtatapon ng basura? Yes, tama ho kayo. Si tatay po yun. Pero it doesn't also mean na hayaan mo lang si mama doon, basta ako maglinis ako dito. Hindi. In fact, sa mga 4 to 5 years old, pumapasok na rin po yung si tatay in his goal to transition from mother's embrace to father's shoulders. Dito po nagkakaproblema ang karamihan kapag hindi po natatransition properly. Can you just imagine, from the womb, 9 months, 5 years, kasama ang nanay, tapos hindi na-transition ng nanay, kagalitan yung anak mo, kawawa naman, di ba? So mahirap po yun, wag po ganon. So ibig sabihin nun, kailangan, alam mo anak, napakalaki ng katawan mo, para kasi papa mo, sipag-sipag mo, nakikita ko yung very responsible ka, anak. So you begin to show yung mga good traits ng tatay, no? So, tatay, dapat abangan natin, may mga good traits sana makita sa atin, kasi yun ang sasabihin ng nanay para abangan ng bata, ma-focus naman, ma-shift naman ngayon, ma-transition naman ngayon papunta sa inyo. So, from mother's embrace to father's shoulders. Importante yon. Kaya nga sa mga kids church, sa mga Sunday school ng mga bata, mahalaga itong tinuturo natin. Bakit? Kasi tingnan nyo, sino madalas ang teacher? Even sa elementary, sino madalas ang teacher? Babae. Pati nga sa boses nga sa waist, babae pa rin nagbibigay ng instruction eh. Di ba? So, what do I mean? Kaya, by nature, sanay tayo na kumuha ng instruction sa babae. Kaya pag nanay mo, papagalitan ka, may asawa ka na nga, papagalitan ka pa ng nanay mo, di ba? Sumasama pa siya sa'yo sa mga, kung ano yung mga ginagawa mo bilang pagmamagulang ninyo. O, nagluluto, dadalang ka pa ng pagkain doon sa bahay nyo o sa opisina nyo. Parang mga ganun ba? So, kailangan matutunan natin kung gaano kahalaga ito. Wala magtuturong iba. Sabihin na natin sa isang church, wala talagang babae lang magaling magturo. Hindi naman totoo po yun. Kaya sabihin na natin, for the time being, wala. Babae lang. So, ang part ng lalaki ngayon, doon, kailangan yung bata sa mga nag-aaral sa church, at this age, nakikita nila, ang leader, lalaki. Bakit lalaki? Kasi lalaki ang nag-pray. Kaya naman siguro natin mag-pray. We pray. Kaya naman siguro natin magbasa ng Bible kung ano yung ipipreach on that particular Yes, kaya natin magbasa. We will be the one to read. Lalaki ang magbabasa. Ano gagawin ng lalaki? And now, I would like to turn you to ate. She will explain to us. Sino nag-utos? Sino nagbigay ng instruction na gano'n? Lalaki. Then, the female teacher can come in and teach. Okay po ba yon? So, yun po yung sinasuggest natin. Kasi kung hindi, ang image po nakikita nila ng maliit pa lang, puro babae yata lahat. So, parang, kaya paglaki, parang nadi-diffuse o nalilesen yung strength natin mga lalaki in leading. Because we believe sa leadership po ng kalalakihan. Huwag po sana mawala po yun. Okay? So,
Okay po.
from mother's embrace to father's shoulders. Meron ka sabihin, John Mark?
Yes po, ang ganda lang yung follow-up. Then, Kuya, may tanong si Rio, pero I think masasagot to, ay ikaw, kung sagutin mo or baka after ng father base, Kuya. Yung question niya, Kuya, may pag-asa po ba na something like parang ma-recover po ang isang tao na di naka-experience ng care at saka love sa parents niya ngayon, na adult na siya?
Okay.
Yun po.
To answer that, gusto kong please remember that question, Rio Abing, on Monday.
On Monday.
That will be answered on Monday. Napakagandang question. Ayoko muna magbigay ng okay? Bibitinin ko lang muna doon. I will answer that on Monday. Okay? So please, lang muna, iyahang lang natin muna, John Mark, yung question na yan. Please do remember to ask that question again, please. Okay? Okay na, John Mark?
Yes, Kuya. Yes, Kuya.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
okay na.
Okay. So let's go now to 6 to 11 years old. So kung 0 to 5, meron mga main contributions. Ang 6 to 11, meron din contribution. What basically I'm doing right now is for us to be able to summarize in one slide what are the needs or contributory factors sa growth ng isang bata from 6 to 11, just like from 0 to 5 years old. And all other things, discussion points na lang po natin yun. Okay? First is affirmation by father to establish unique significance. This is very, very important. Consciousness of spiritual reality grows. Dito na yun. Sex education needed before sexual development starts. Okay. Emotion regulating skills needed to cope with emotional stress. Clear sense of personal identity needed before the group adventure and identity phase. So these are the things needed by 6 to 11 years old children. So ages 6, e-security, that's emotional security, discipline, and validation. So binanggit natin kanina affirmation, that's another word for validation. So we should be able to validate properly yung mga good actions nila. We need to affirm kung saan sila magaling, di ba? At 6 years old, this is what they need. They need to be affirmed of what they know. Can you just imagine na at 4 years old, nakikita na tuturuan mo na siya ng industry. At 5, yung gifting siya unti-unti na lumalabas. So what are you doing? Siyempre, 1, 2 years, diba? To 2 years, hindi pa ganun ka-hone yung kanyang mga galing na ito. Minsan nga nag-bake tapos nakita ko minamasa-masa ng kamay. Tapos nung naluto na, sabi gano'n, patikman nyo, parang katingin na kami ng wife ko, parang okay lang ba? Parang okay lang ba nakainin to? Siyempre, di ba? Anong gagawin mo? Parang, anak, mamaya na, anak. Sabi ko, naluto naman to. Sige, mukhang hindi lang maganda tingnan. Pero siyempre, hindi mo ipapahalata, di ba? Ang gusto mo is, ikaw una magbabalidate doon sa, I mean, may dyan sa chapter 7, kung di ako nagkakamali, i-discuss natin yan. How to validate properly. Ibig sabihin, we validate, hindi tayo magsisinungaling. We will not lie. Okay? Kasi, uy, anak, ang sarap ah. Diba? Ganun tayo. Mali po yun. Kung di masarap, hindi masarap. Pero pwede namang hindi masarap, huwag na lang banggitin. Okay? Pwede mo i-appreciate, anak, ang sipag mo, anak. Alam mo, anak, nung time ko to, hindi ko kaya magluto ah. Parang gano'n ha. Alam mo yung gano'n? So that's how we validate. We will discuss that more sa chapter 7. Emotional security. Kailangan nila to. Especially, marami na silang ginagawa. So may mga pumapalpak na on the side, nakakabasag, nagluto ng mga 3 tinapay pero yung binuksang gamit, yung nasayang na gamit, parang alam mo yun, parang ang dami-dami na sayang na ingredients pero 3 tinapay lang na, parang gano'n. So kailangan marunong ka mag-handle ng emotion nila. Paano mo i-handle properly yon? Are you going to see the wrong side? Sayang nung ito, anong ginawa mo? Nagpabili ka ng ganito, yun lang pala kailangan mo. Hindi mo man lang sinukat, hindi mo man lang nirep, hindi mo tinabi. Di ba? So, ano mangyayari nun? O kaya naman, nagpapintura ka ng bahay, tapos biglang sinulat-sulatan lang niya ng pen to pen. Ano kung linis ng bahay? Gumastos tayo dyan, di ba? Tapos dinubihan mo lang. Or kakalinis lang ni mami ng salas, tapos nagkalat ka afterwards, nagkalat yung anak mo ng daruan. So, ano ba naman yan, anak? Di ba? So, imbes na ma-appreciate mo yung ano yung binuon niya, ano yung ginawa niya, di ba? O anak, nasira itong laruan mo. Ano ba plano mong gawin? Ba't ba nasira ito? Ano bang gusto mong i-build, di ba? Tulungan ka ni Papa, anak. Tulungan ka ni Papa, di ba? So, ang nakikita natin, hindi dapat yung yes, nadumihan, di ba? Pwede naman linisan. Baka naman talagang hindi sinasadya. Ngayon, kung gusto mo naman magturo naman paano mag-ayos ng gamit, di bilang mo na sa malaking plastic at doon niya ilagay lahat, di ba? O anak, sabay-sabay tayo ngayon, ipasok natin ito lahat. So these are the things that we can teach them, no? And then, before we really go to disciplining. Kasi ibig sabihin, pag umabot ka sa discipline, ibig sabihin, ano ba to? Meron ba tong parang repetitive action ng wrongdoings? Kahit tinuturo mo na, parang hindi na ito bunga ng edad, yung kanyang nagsusuwail or how should I say, yung nagdi-disobey siya, hindi na to because of his age, kundi talagang may heart problem na to, may heart issue na to. So, doon papasok yung discipline na yun. So, validation and e-security, it should sandwich the discipline before you really do disciplining like spanking. Okay? Pwede naman discipline by words lang muna, pwede rin po yun. Depende po sa inyo yun. Okay? At depende sa how gross yung sin or yung disobedience was. Then at age 7, basic competencies. So dito, natututo na sila magbasa, magsulat, di ba? So, hindi ba kayo nagtataka kung bakit ang grade 1 nasa 6 years old and 7 years old ulit? Majority sa buong mundo. Meron ko ba nakita na grade 1 ng 3 years old? Meron iba, super yung intelligence nila, di ba? Parang at 3 years old, 4 years old, parang na-memorize na yata buong kung anong mga dapat ma-memorize diyan, pati mga maths. Wala 'yon. That is exception yun to the rules, no? But what we are saying now is at age 7, ito yung generally speaking basic competencies ng isang bata na di-develop. Okay? That's why we need to help them at this age na kaya nila magbasa, kaya nila mga simple na magsulat. Okay? Okay, what do I need to share this? Okay lang ito. Okay. Kaya dito, sa learning process, hindi ko siya pinasok ito sa digital addiction, pinasok ko to sa learning process. Yung positive effect naman nito, ito ang sinasabi. What we feel drives our behavior. What we want to repeat experiences that made us feel good. First time mong matuto magbasa. Imagine that time. Imagine that time, first time ng anak mo matuto magbasa. So, dopamine is released. It is a reward system. Yung first time mo makita na lahat sabay-sabay, genuinely, lahat masaya para siya, pumapalakpak. Ang galing ng anak ko. Marunong na magbasa. At ikaw, alam mo, nakakapagbasa ka na, what we feel? Anak, feel what we feel. Alam mo yung first moment nagbabasa kang ganon, eto na si Kaka, pabuka-buka ka, iba naman yung gunting yon, okay? So dopamine is released. So sa learning, positive yun. Ang gusto mo, you are going to repeat that experiences that made us or made you feel good. Kaya kahit saan ka magpunta, lahat ng mababasa mo sa daan, billboard, jeep, yung mga Quiapo. Paano basahin yan? Q-U-I? Quiapo. Okay, Quiapo. Okay. So, lahat na lang makita mo, binabasa mo. Because once you are learning, because you are so para kang sponge, lahat gusto mo i-absorb ng i-absorb. Lahat binabasa mo. Di ba? Minsan may mabasa ka, German pala, parang hirap kang basahin. Anak, ibang lengguwahe na yun, anak, kaya di na talaga natin mababasa yan. Parang ganon, di ba? So, what we feel drives our behavior. We want to repeat experiences that made us feel good. So, ibig sabihin nito, kung sa digital addiction, that is yung bad light, ito naman yung good light. Ibig sabihin, kung ma-focus natin on something that is beneficial, advantageous sa learning process ng bata, it can also release dopamine po sa atin o sa brain ng isang bata. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, hormone that's being released sa ating pong brain. Okay? So, yun po ang explanation po doon. And then age 8 would be body, soul, and spirit. Nakikita natin dito kung lalaki anak mo, may mga body parts na nadidevelop na, lalo na sa mga kababaihan, sa mga anak niyong babae. Soul, di ba? Ibig sabihin yung kanyang will, di ba? Ang kanyang kakayahang mag-decide dito, unti-unti makikita nyo na yung kanyang spiritual life, clear concept about God before sex education happens. So, at the age of 8, that should be the age na mas, how should I say, mas madali niya maiintindihan yung gospel when you share to him about the love of Jesus. Pero sa mga cases na na-experience namin sa family, I think 5 or 6 years old, na-share na ng wife ko ang aming mga anak. 5, 6, 7 years old. Depende sa kanila. So, yun yung mga edad na yon, no? So, at least by 8, dapat deadline siguro natin. Ito yung pinaka-ultimate na at age 8, dapat na-share niyo yung anak ninyo ng gospel. Opportunity to receive Jesus sa buhay nila. Okay? What else? Okay.
Kuya.
Yes.
Ay, tanong si Jens.
Jens Buracan, go.
Is it okay to discipline verbally perhaps your child 2 to 3 years old to instill autonomy or responsibility?
Okay, 2 to 3 years old. 2 to 3 years old, tama?
Yes po, yes po.
Okay. Sa 2 to 3 years old, ganito, sa chapter 6, Jens, meron tayong isang section doon, isang page para lang sa discipline. Okay? So, ito doon about discipline. But just to quickly answer your question, yes, verbal discipline is necessary. Kaya nga, ang sabi ko kanina, namili siya ng cupcake at gusto niya kumain ngayon ng apple, hindi niya naubos pa yung cupcake niya, paalala mo sa kanya yung usapan, then magtatantrum siya, you will not give in. You would make him understand, anak, mahal kita, but at the same time, you need to understand, may usapan din tayo dito na kailangan you need to finish your cupcake. Bakit hindi mo nagawa? Di ba? So later on, sabi niya, ay, nako, anak, nag-usap na tayo noon, di ba? Ngayon, meron na naman. Gusto mo na naman ngayon ano ba to, any game for that matter na pwede yung laruin. Ano ba gusto mo talaga? Magbabasketball ba tayo? O, di ba? One at a time, manak. Hindi natin pwede pagsabayin itong dalawang ito. Parang ganon. So, unti-unti madidevelop sa kanya doon yung sense of responsibility. But so long you understand na yung autonomy niya, yung independence niya, yung kakulitan niya, ay hindi bunga yun ng kanyang rebelliousness o problem of the heart. Kundi problem lang yun ng kanyang pagiging bata lang. Na lahat gusto niya hawakan. But parents, especially us, we need to control them. We need to help them. Okay? Verbally, yes. Pwede po yun. At dapat makinig po sila sa ganong edad po sa inyo. Okay? Pero hindi pa naman father si Jense. Okay?
Yes po, okay po. Kaya.
Okay. Let's proceed. Ages 9, sexuality. Fathers need to affirm the physical beauty of their daughters. Sino unang-unang magsasabing maganda ang kanyang anak? Diba? Tatay, nanay, kayo po yon. But on this case, fathers. Bakit? Kasi nandito tayo sa father in years. Diba? And affirm the physical prowess of their sons. Hindi mo pagbabalik na rin. Anak, ang ganda-ganda mo, anak. Lalaki yung anak mo. Di ba? Parang, imbes na sabihin malaki katawan ko, parang ganda-ganda ko. Tapos sabihin mo sa anak mo, babae. Alam mo, anak, ang laki-laki ng katawan mo. Macho ka talaga. Parang, di ba? Teka muna, parang may mali. Di ba? So, kailangan nating intindihin ito maigi on sexuality. And once we talk about sexuality, tatay ang magtuturo sa anak niyang lalaki, ang nanay magtuturo sa anak niyang babae about sexuality. Okay? And mothers should be emotionally close to their daughters at this age since the uncertainty of development demands emotional comfort and physical confidence. Diba? So, nanay can come in, although it is a father impact years, to be emotionally close sa kanilang daughter. Siyempre, mahirap naman yung tatay. Parang siya pa yung emotional sa anak nilang babae. So, we must also be careful. Kasi, siyempre, even ako, careful na rin ako even sa mga pag-embrace, di ba? At least sideward, ganyan. Kasi, may mga nadidevelop na sa body parts ng aking anak. Okay? What else do I want to explain here? Okay. Then, ages 10 to 12, mahalaga ito. Ito yung last stage going to group adventure phase or sa identity phase. Group identity phase. Mahalaga to at these ages 10 to 11, maturuan mo ang anak mo about his or her identity. And this identity comprises of three things. Values. Kailangan makapagturo tayo ng ating family values. That will be under chapter 7, values. Okay? Second, kung nakapagturo tayo ng values, tignan mo domino effect ha. Pag nakapagturo tayo ng values, through that values, unconsciously, makakapili sila ng hindi sinasadya ng kanilang mga kaibigan based on their values. Bakit? Kung hindi ka nag-church, tatay, nanay, saan sila kukuha ng kaibigan? Di ba? Or kaya kung nasa ang neighborhood ka, doon din niya makukuha yung kaibigan niya. That's why we need to be careful pati sa mga places that we are into. Kaya kung hindi maiiwasan, nandun ang bahay mo, you need to really, alam mo yun, your values sa inyong mga anak at ages 10 to 11. If not, madadali ang pagpili niyang kaibigan. Dahil after this, sa 12 to 18 is the group adventure phase. Ang influence ng parents from high, mabigat, from high, pagdating ng 12 to 18 years old, magtitilt. Low na ang influence ng parents, ang mataas ng influence ay group or peers. And that's normal. Nung di pa namin alam to, medyo na-threaten kami, bakit ganon? Kahit na parang sasabihan niya, parang mga victory group leaders niya, mga kaibigan niya ganon, mga kuya-kuya niya, bakit hindi ito ang ano? So nagtataka kami. Pero hindi pa kasi namin alam. That's why mahalaga ang values. Example lang ng values. Pinag-uusapan na rin natin to. Pag tinanong ko kayo, siyempre sasagot nyo, masama. Masama ba magnakaw? Yes. Alison, masama. Pero dito malaki ang pagkakaiba. Pag tinanong kayo, bakit masama magnakaw? Iba ang sagot natin. Ang sasabihin ng iba, masama magnakaw kasi makukulong ka. Kung hindi ka pala makukulong, hindi pala masama magnakaw. Di ba? So, that will fall under values. Bakit masama mag-cheating? Kasi pag nag-cheat ka, baka lalo kang bumagsak. Kasi pag nahuli ka, pag hindi ka pa nahuli, okay lang pala mag-cheat. Di ba? Kasi kailangan there must be a higher value. Like, masama magnakaw. Masama magnakaw. Bakit? Kasi alam mo, pag nagnakaw ka, yung property niya, yung pagmamay-ari niya, kinuha mo, mahalaga sa kanya yun eh. Kasi pagmamay-ari niya yun. Ninakaw mo, kinuha mo, makakasakit ka ng damdamin ng iba. Di ba? You're violating the second commandment. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Hindi tayo nagla-love pag ginawa mo yun. So there's a higher thing. Alam mo, pag yung marami na magnanakaw dito sa lugar natin, ano mangyayari? Everyone will be what? Will have the spirit of mistrust. Ay, ayaw na magtiwala. Ay, lock mo kagad pinto. Hello po. Di ba? Makipagkaibigan kayo po. Salamin pinto. Baka nakawan tayo niyan. Baka obserbahan kung ilang tao sa bahay. Di ba? Parang nagiging ganun na ang attitude. So, hindi po nagiging maganda sa isang community. So, values really help our children to process things. Kasi pag hindi nila naiintindihan to, ay, may kalaro ako, nag-basketball kami, ayoko na uli kalaro. Bakit naman anak? Kasi yung naniniko parang makakahanap lang ako ng away dyan. Diba? Pag ganun salita ng anak mo, okay to, alam niya na masama ang manakit. Di ba? Gusto niya maglaro lang, pero pag ayaw niya ganun. So, parang ganon. So, malaking bagay when they understand this. And don't worry, we'll discuss about this, I think in chapter 7 or 8. Di ba? Then we go to friends and then choices. Kung may values ka, nakaset in yung values sa buhay ng anak mo, sa inyo, they're going to choose or they will have a right choices in life. Na-remember ko nung college yung anak ko, I have 2 stories for you sa anak ko. First is yung first year college siya. Sabi niya ganun, pa, yung kaklase ko sabi sa akin na doon sa kabilang building, labas ng school, meron daw doon, pwede daw mag-smoke, pwede daw doon kahit mabisyo, gano'n, lahat, may sugal pa, ganyan-ganyan. Iniimbitahan ako. Talaga? What did you say, anak? Sabi ko, ayoko. Yun ang sagot niya, ayoko. And I'm so proud of it na meron kaming naitulong because in reality, hindi ko na sila mababantayan 24 hours a day kasi most of their time I'm being spent sa traffic dito sa Metro Manila at saka sa school. Just imagine that. Yung second, yung anak ko, during class, sabi niya, naiinis ako sa professor ko. Bakit ba't ka naiinis? Kasi parang wala naman sa kanya eh. Bakit anong wala sa kanya? Pinagpapasapasahan yung yung answer sheet eh. Yung may sagot na, ipinapapasa-pasa sa bawat routes ganun. Tapos, pag tapos ka na mangopya ng sagot, yun na mismo yung sagot eh. Ipapasa naman dun sa ano, hanggang sa lahat magkaroon ng sagot. Eh, napasahan ako. Ano ginawa mo? Binalik ko. So, sabi ko, ay, ganun ba anak? Ay, mabuti anak, tama yan anak. Ang sa atin, mas ang tayo hindi sa grade, kundi sa learning talaga. Ito na, after 1 week, tinanong ko, anak, naibalik na ba yung test paper niyo? Kumusta anak? Anong grade mo? Out of 55 items ba yon? Sabi niya, ayun pa, karamihan sa kanila, sa amin, 52 ang score. Talaga? 52? Ikaw ilang ka anak? Parang his score was 46 or 48. Anak, okay lang yun anak. At least, hindi ka nangopya anak. Tama yun. Oo, sabi niya, hindi nga. Hindi ako nangopya. Okay lang yun. Sila, wala naman sila natutunan. Kaya nga, pag yun ang binabantayan ko, pag yun ang mga nagpa-finals, yun ang bumabagsak eh. Kasi lahat naman ng ano, puro kopya. Pagdating ng finals, biglang nagkahigpitan, nabigla sila ngayon. Wala na silang makopyahan. So, kita niyo na yun how important values are. At yung panganay ko ngayon, married na. So, pati yung pagpili niya ng asawa, alam mo yun, nakita ko is really in line with values that we have. I mean, wala namang perfecto na senaryo na tao, pero alam mo yun, but I'm happy of what I am seeing sa aking mga anak. So I'm just thankful to the Lord with that. So hopefully, what we have covered so far from 0 to 11 have given you a different perspective of there are a lot of things that can be learned and can be taught during 0 to 11. Hindi na natin titigilan na natin magsabi, hayaan mo na yan, bata lang yan, wala pang isip yan. Because I remember when my daughter was about 5 years old then, ang gumagawa siya ng Islam book, just to prove a point sa inyo, Islam book na, alam mo yun, yung kabilang side pwedeng sulatan. May drawing siya doon, figure ng ng lalaki. Sabi ko, anak, sino yan? Si Kuya M yan. Kuya mo. Ano si Kuya M? Ang sinulat niya, buyer. Sabi ko, anak, anong ibig sabihin ng buyer? Pag lumalabas tayo, hilig magpabili. Buyer. Okay, good. So next page, kita ko, drawing siya. Mukhang babae. O anak, sino yan? Si mama. Then parang she was trying to asking kung ano yung word na yun, appropriate na word. So sabi ko, ibig mo sabihin responsibility. Oo, sabi niya, responsible si mama. Bakit responsible si mama? Kasi kita ko siya galing work, bahay luto pa siya. Kita mo na yun, 5 years old, she understand what responsible is. 5 years old. Ito na. Next page, lalaki. Naku, dalawa lang ito. Either ako o yung kuya niyang isa. May 3 yung anak ko. Kanya, kayo po pa. Ako ba yan? Kinakabahan na ako. Ano naman anak si Papa? Alam mo, nasulat niya doon, listener. Kung kilala niyo ako, hindi ako listener eh. Kasi, pagdating sa anak, learning what is important, I try to really listen. Even how important ang ginagawa. Even ngayon, I'm still struggling. Lalo na pag may mga NBAs noon, championship, tapos kung kailan ba naman last 2 minutes na, tsaka may papasok at may itatanong o may sasabihin. Kasi kung ganda-ganda naman ng timing naman nito mga to naman. Ano ba naman ito? But yes, I need to listen. So, wag na po natin baliwalain because there are a lot of things that can be learned pagdating po dito. And sa mga singles natin, just hold on tight. And this coming Thursdays are for you because I'm going to discuss lalo na sa mga campus ministry dyan. Because 12 to 18 years old, I'm going to speak about it sa age group na ito. And pagdating naman sa 21 onwards, sa mga singles, yung mga success season, significant season, I'll be speaking about that later on Thursday, this Thursday. So, I would like to end yung time na to dito sa slides na to. Kung may question kayo, we will be entertaining question for this time. John Mark.